What's up, Facebook world? It's your girl, Mindy C, coming at you on a Monday night. Gonna make some delicious strawberry cream muffins. These are really, really good. These are like fat bomb muffins. So they're high in fat, they're low in carbs, they are moderate protein. So it's the perfect keto treat. You don't want to eat too many of these. Strawberry cream muffins tonight. I've made these before. They're delicious. My name is Mindy. I am from Michigan. I've been doing keto for 2 years now. Gosh, it's so real for me. And tonight we're making strawberry cream muffins. These are only 2 carbs per muffin, but they've got 25 grams of fat. There goes my dog again. I got on camera. Shh. Shh. So there's 25 grams of fat in them, and there's only like 7.5 grams of protein. So they are definitely, you're going to get your fat, you're going to get a little bit of protein, and you're only going to get 2 carbs. And you can split this recipe in half. You can make 12 bigger muffins, or you can make 24. So if you want to divide the batter in half, then you can make 24, and then you would only get 1 carb per muffin. So you can do it however you want, but it's super easy. You only need 5 dry ingredients and 5 wet ingredients. That is it. Strawberry muffins. So you obviously need some strawberries. So I cut them up. I gotta watch I might have to take off my little coat here. But you want to chop them into smaller pieces. You're going to need, if you want to sprinkle some on top after you put the batter in there, you're going to put about 1/2 cup in the batter and then reserve about 1/4 cup for the top if you want to sprinkle some on the top. So you'll need, that's how you'll do it. You'll need about 3/4 cup of strawberries or 1/2 cup or 3/4 cup if you're going to sprinkle. That's totally optional if you want to. So 5 ingredients: almond flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and we've got sugar replacement, granular. So I'm using erythritol tonight. So you can use monk fruit granular. You can use swerve granular. Hey Jill, how are you doing? Hey Mia, hey Naomi. I forgot to look at the comments. I'm sorry guys. I forgot to look at the comments. I kept on talking. Strawberry muffins. 5 dry ingredients, 5 wet ingredients. So you'll need a couple bowls. And then for the cream inside is cream cheese and powdered sugar replacement. That's it. So that's very, very simple. So let's start off with the cream mixture. So this is going to go in between. So you're going to put a tablespoon. If you're doing 12 muffins, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of batter. And then you'll put a little bit of your sweetened cream cheese. And then 2 more tablespoons of batter. So that will make 12. So if you're going to make 24, 1 tablespoon of batter, a little bit of cream, and 1 tablespoon of batter. So you're going to cut that muffin in half to make more. So you can do it that way, either way. Hey Laura, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hey Nisi, nice to see you on here. Hey Uncle Brian. Let's get with the strawberry cream muffins, okay? You need some almond flour. I got 2.5 cups of almond flour right there into the bowl. I'm mixing the dry ingredients together. That's all I'm doing with the dry ingredients. And then I'm going to mix the wet ingredients, and then we're going to pour the dry ingredients in the wet. Super duper easy. 3 or 4 steps. So we've got some pink Himalayan salt. That's going in there. That is a 1/2 teaspoon. The salt sticking to the bottom of there again. What about coconut sugar? I don't know. I don't know about coconut sugar, Mia. I use erythritol, xylitol, monk fruit sweetener, swerve. So those are the ones. So I've never used the coconut sugar. So I'll have to look at it to see what the content in it. So a 1/2 teaspoon, 2.5 cups of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. We've got a 1/2 teaspoon of bacon. Let me get this right. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Yep, did that right. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we've got oh shoot, I'm spilling shit again. Oops, there we go. Spilled the heavy whipping cream. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So baking soda and baking powder both go in here. So we'll put those away. I've got the 1/3 cup of erythritol, granular. So you're putting granular in there. And that is it for the dry ingredients. So salt, baking powder, baking soda, almond flour, and what else did we put in there? Salt, baking powder, baking soda. Oh my gosh, I didn't get all that sugar. It's sticking. They're sticking. There must be water in the bottom of that. Hey Mary, how are you doing? Hey Debbie, nice to see you. We're making strawberry cream muffins. I've made these before. They are good. Right now, I'm just incorporating the dry ingredients. 2½ cups of almond flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/3 cup of your favorite sugar replacement granular. Hey darling, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Hi Dawn, nice to see you on a Monday night. Strawberry cream muffin, super easy. 5 dry ingredients, 5 wet ingredients, and then you need 2 ingredients for the cream. That is it. So I've got my dry ingredients all incorporated. I'm going to grab my next bowl. I'm going to make sure I don't get my fancy sweater in there. So we've got 3 eggs, heavy whipping cream, vanilla, softened butter, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and the strawberries. So strawberries makes it 5. So butter, eggs, heavy whipping cream, vanilla, and some strawberries. That's your 5 wet ingredients. So I am going to put the heavy whipping cream in there. I spilled it all over the place. Hey Susan, how are you doing? Hey Crystal, nice to see you. Hey Jackie Truesdale. Hi Belle, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in here on a Monday night, making some strawberry cream muffins. I'm going to make 24 of these. So again, I'm going to put less batter than I would. You're going to put more batter. I got to wipe up this heavy whipping cream. So you're going to put a total of 4 tablespoons of batter if you're going to make 12. So 2 tablespoons, then the cream, and then 2 more tablespoons. If you want to stretch it and make 24, 1 tablespoon of batter, a little bit of cream mixture, and then 1 more tablespoon of batter. That's how you're going to do it. Now that we got that mess, so now we're going to put in the softened butter, and we're going to mix that around real good. We're going to put the eggs in there. I'm going to wait to put the eggs in. I'm actually going to put the dry ingredients in right now with the butter and the heavy whipping cream, because I'm going to fold those eggs in. So I'm just going to mix up this cream and this butter real good, and then I'm going to mix it right in to the dry ingredients. Go in the wet bowl. There you go. Hey Katie, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hi Christy, how are you, sister-in-law? I'm making some strawberry cream muffins tonight. These are really good, you guys. These are considered like a fat bomb muffin, okay? So these aren't something that you want to make and eat 5 of them, all right? Have 1 muffin and go put it away, or don't make them at all. So you definitely want to be careful on these, because these are 25 grams of fat. If you make 12 of them, they're 25 grams of fat each. So 25 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 7.5 grams of protein. That is a perfect keto number. 25, those low carbs, high fat, and moderate protein. That's how you want to do your meals. But you don't want to overeat on your meals. You could totally eat like 3 of these because they're that good. But eat 1 and then put it away, and like you can save them. You put them right in the refrigerator, and now you've got breakfast for the next 5 days or whatever you want. So however you want. You got people in the house eating too. They'll eat them up too. Hey Karen, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hey Chloe. Hi Mom, how are you doing? We're making some strawberry cream muffins tonight. I gotta get a spoon. I gotta get a different spoon. We're gonna stir it with a spoon because it's gonna get it's gonna stick to it. There we go. So for the dry ingredients, 5 ingredients, you guys. If you're just tuning in, I'm making some strawberry cream muffins. They are high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So this is a great breakfast option. If you don't know what you want for breakfast, you can make these up ahead of time, stick them in your refrigerator, and you are good to go. So right now I'm mixing up the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. So the dry ingredients was 2.5 cups of almond flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/3 cup of sugar replacement granular, your favorite brand. And then for the wet ingredients, it is 3 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, I got to put that in there yet, and strawberries, and a 1/3 cup of softened butter. That is it. That's going in. So the vanilla went in. The next thing we have to fold into the strawberries, and that's it. Can you, I don't know, Susan, you can freeze anything though. I would freeze anything. These would probably freeze just fine. Try it. It might work. And you just go down your grocery in your grocery store and go down the frozen aisle and look at all the things that they freeze. And then you know if you see something and you want to make something, you'll be like, yep, Myers freezes that. So then you can freeze it. So that's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, they freeze pizza, I can freeze pizza. You know, they freeze bread, I can freeze bread. So they freeze dough balls, I freeze dough balls. So whatever I see at my grocery store, I put right in my freezer right too. If I make something, I just put it in my freezer. And that's how I go by it. That's how I do it. So if you're just tuning in, strawberry cream muffins. I'm just about to fold in these delicious strawberries. I'm going to hold a little bit back because I'm going to top off some of those muffins after I get them in the muffin tin. I'm making 24 tonight. This recipe is for 12, so you could make 12 small ones or 24 large ones. So the dry ingredients again are 2.5 cups of almond flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/3 cup of your favorite sugar granular. Wet ingredients, you're going to do about a 1/2 cup of strawberries, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and what else do we put in there? I got to get a drink. I gotta take this off. I'm getting all hot. I'm getting all flustered right now. We're gonna take that off because I'm having a hot flash right now. All right, so that's it. That's it for the wet ingredients. Eggs, a 1/3 cup softened butter, 3 eggs, a 1/3 cup softened butter, a 1/2 cup of strawberries, a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so you've got 5 wet ingredients, 5 dry ingredients. Combine those dry ingredients in a bowl. And then you're gonna take, and we also did a 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream too. So that's in there too. So we put the eggs and the heavy whipping cream in the wet, and then we combined them, and then you get your cool batter just like that. It's a thicker batter. And then we are going to scoop it into our muffin tin, and then we're gonna bake it at 320. We're going to bake it at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. So you can check on them to see the doneness. They'll get nice and golden brown. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Hey, Nancy. I did make them with blueberries. I actually made them with blueberries first, but I like strawberries better. So I came up with the strawberry cream one. Instead, I made plain old blueberry muffins. And I was like, ooh, sometimes I lay in bed and I was like, okay. That would be really good. So sometimes I think of stuff when I'm sleeping and then I just try it. And sometimes it works. And it worked beautiful. I'm like, what if I took that and stuck some sweetened cream cheese? So I'm making the cream mixture right now. You guys, 6 ounces of softened cream cheese and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar replacement. That's the cream center. Nothing major, nothing hard. Just soften some cream cheese up. I threw it in the microwave for a little bit to soften it up. And then 1/4 cup of powdered sugar replacement. Just like that. And just mix it up. And then you've got sweetened cream cheese. Just like that. Super duper easy. If you are just joining in, I'm making strawberry cream muffins. If you guys are live with me, drop me a 1. I forgot to say that. If you're on the replay, say hi, hello. I will come by and say hello to you as soon as I catch up. I get behind on my comments all the time because I work all the time. There we go. Let me see. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Hey, Enrique. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Patty. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. You guys smash that share button if you know anybody that can use these low-carb, high-fat recipes, because sharing is caring, and help as many people as you can. So there you go. 6 ounces of cream cheese and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar replacement. That's your sweetened cream cheese. That's it. I'm going to get my muffin tin right now. So you need, again, if you're going to make 12, that's your business. I did line my muffin tins with paper because it's just easier. If I can't pop them out like with a silicone one, then I am going to put the papers in there because I don't like to have all of that mess. We know what happens when you put some muffins in a tray and you try to get them out. If you don't grease it enough, they stick in there. They stick in there. Hey Laura, how are you doing? Hey Katrina, nice to see you. Yes, I do have it written out. I do have it written out. I just didn't have time to do that. So now we're making 24, so I'll definitely do that. As soon as they come out of the oven, it'll be before 9 o'clock tonight. I'll post it for sure. So there we go. So I'm going to just use my handy dandy. This is a tablespoon scooper right there. I got from Pampered Chef, my Pampered Chef party. I love Pampered Chef stuff. So, and I like to support my friends. So we are putting 1 tablespoon of batter in each one. Again, if you're making 12, you are going to put 2 scoops of batter on the bottom. We're going to press that out too. So super duper easy. So just scooper right in there. Don't get overflowing on your tablespoon. So make sure you put an even amount. So you want to make sure your tablespoon is a full tablespoon, nothing over, nothing under. That way you want to make sure you have enough batter. These strawberries are popping out all over the place. You want to have enough batter to last for the whole pan. So make sure, again, you can figure it out. My gosh, these strawberries are popping out all over the place. These strawberries are. Hey, Alice, how are you doing? So this is a super duper easy recipe, you guys. And again, I'm going to have some strawberry muffins left over. I'll put them right in the refrigerator because it does have cream cheese. So I'll put them in the refrigerator. They'll last longer. As far as the freezer goes, I would totally try out the freezer if you want to. I don't think that it's going to hurt them. So definitely, I always say you can freeze anything. Most things anyways. People freeze eggs too. I never thought you could freeze eggs. I freeze cheese. So I freeze cheese. I freeze eggs. I don't freeze eggs. But I know a farmer that freezes eggs. They take their eggs when they get them from the chicken. If they get too many eggs, they pop them into an ice cube tray. They crack them into an ice, and then they freeze them, and then they put them in a Ziploc baggie. So, and then they just pull the eggs out. And you can do that. You can scramble them up before you do that. So you can just pull out, if you want a serving of scrambled eggs, you want 2 eggs, you just grab 2 scrambled egg ice cubes, I guess. And then you let them thaw out, and you have, you can do them that way too. So I know a lot of farmers that do that. So there's 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna get a spoon like that because we wanna press down the batter a little bit. Because again, when you're stretching the recipe, and I probably could have used a little mini muffin, when you're stretching the recipe, it's gonna be smaller. So obviously, so it's not going to fit the whole paper, but that's okay. When it comes out, it'll mash out in the oven. But again, making 12 of these is just fine too. But you just have to remember that they are a higher fat item. So you're going to get your 25 grams of fat in these. It's about 284 calories for one of these muffins. So if you had one of these muffins in your coffee in the morning, your fat coffee, you're good to go for the whole day. You're going to be running around like crazy because the oil in you, the fat in you is going to be burning because you're on high fat. And that's what you want to do on the ketogenic lifestyle. You want to fuel your body with fat. That's the whole idea, is to fuel your body with the fat. So a lot of people can't get past that. I don't want to eat all that fat. Well, it's because you need to on this lifestyle, because I use fat for energy as opposed to glucose. So that's the whole point. So if you're not into that high fat thing, then the keto lifestyle won't be for you, but the low carb lifestyle will. You know, you can totally do the low carb lifestyle. I have a lot of friends that do low carb and not keto. Drop down in the comments what you are. Are you keto? Are you low carb? Are you just new or just starting out? Just getting recipe ideas? I'm going to get another spoon. I'm going to use all the spoons up in the house. I'm using all the spoons up in the house. Hey, Kathy, how are you doing? Hey, Ryan Farkle, nice to see you. Hey, Debbie, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Hi, Debbie Simpson. So now we're going to put the cream on there. So you're going to work with 2 spoons because it's quicker that way, or if you have a little scoop. So you're just going to scoop a little bit on top of there. And again, so just get your spoon and work with 2 spoons. That's sticking a little bit. So just a little bit. I mean, if you want a little extra, but I would say about a ½ teaspoon. If you're going to do 24, I would say about a teaspoon of cream is going to go in there if you're going to do 12. So if you're just tuning in, I'm making strawberry cream muffins right now. I am stretching the recipe and I'm making 24 instead of 12. So again, that's up to you when you make these. I just want to make a little small fat bite as opposed to a big because I'm going to utilize these as a treat. There goes my dog again, off barking. Hey, he's probably got to go to the bathroom or something. He only does this when you're before you're leaving for work, or when I get on camera, he does this also. So I don't know. He likes a lot of attention. So if nobody's paying attention to the big boy, he's the big boy, big old Chevy, then, you know, he's grunting and barking. But it usually means he needs something. So if he's barking and grunting, either he wants to go outside, he wants a treat, or he's hungry again. So, but sometimes it's like, just go sit down. Hey, Sue, don't know, will work for weight loss surgery. Your fats will work for weight loss surgery. What you're going to do is you're going to not have as much fats. So you wouldn't, that's the thing, that your fat content for the day or your fat grams for the day, if you had weight loss surgery, it wouldn't be like a normal, like me. Like if I do 1,800 calories, I'm going to be eating 140 grams of fat grams in a day. So with a weight loss surgery, your fat grams will be lower. So your calories will be a little bit lower. Your fat grams will be lower. So everything will be lower. So you can totally do it, but you always go through your doctor. Every doctor is different. So I don't mess with anybody's doctor because some doctors support keto, some doctors do not. So it's just a matter of who believes in what. So my doctor is very supportive of it, and I get checked every year, my numbers, and I make sure that I eat the diet properly. So there's a wrong way and there's a right way to do it. So you can do it wrong if you want to sit there and eat bacon and cheese and butter all day long. Then, you know, you're going to clog your arteries up. So you don't want to do that. So you want to incorporate your healthy fats, you guys. So you want to get your fats from all over the place. You can use the animal fats, the red meat, the cheese, but just don't get in a habit of eating it all the time without eating some olive oil, avocado oil, you know, your healthy fats, your fish, all that good stuff. So in the beginning, I ate very high saturated fat in the very beginning, but I was teaching myself how to eat keto, and I didn't have any help. I ate a lot of eggs in the beginning. I ate a lot of cheese, a lot of bacon, until I started learning how to do some recipes where I wasn't afraid to eat other things other than the eggs and the pork rinds that I was eating. So it's a learning process. It's a learning process. Be thankful that there's so many recipes out there right now. Oh, so I love it. I love it. There's keto recipes, low carbs, and it's not just keto. I mean, just because, you know, keto is putting your body into a state of ketosis. So now I'm putting another tablespoon of batter on top. So I've got 1 tablespoon on the bottom. I've got 1 tablespoon on top, you guys. Again, if you're going to make 12 muffins, then you are going to have 2 tablespoons of batter first, then your cream, and then 2 more tablespoons of batter. I'm making 24, so I'm doing 1 tablespoon and on the bottom, then the cream, and then the batter on top. So 1 in 1, 1 in 1. So a little bit of cream, a little bit of batter, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it'll bake up all gooey and ooey and yummy, you guys. So don't just be patient with it. It will come out delicious, and you can do this with blueberries. I've already done it with blueberries. Hey, Shirley, how are you doing? Hey, Shorin. So yeah, so you can do this with blueberries. You could do this with blackberries. Keep in mind, I cut my strawberries up a couple days prior because I wanted them to dry out a little bit. Because if you cut them that same day from the fresh package or frozen strawberries, is not going to work because there's too much liquid in there. So we don't want the batter to get all liquidy. So we want the batter to stay kind of like a nice, like biscuit, nice consistency. So you don't want to put like melted butter in there. That probably won't work. You want to keep your butter softened. So just keep that in mind. If your batter looks a little loose, it will still bake up. It will definitely bake up, and you'll just have to try to figure out another time what you did wrong. But you want your batter just to be kind of like, see, it's not going to move right now, so you don't want it too loose. Hey, Eileen, how are you doing? Ohio, our neighbor. Hey, George, nice to see you. Making some strawberry cream muffins tonight. I made these before. It has 5 wet ingredients, 5 dry ingredients. I'll go over those ingredients real quick again. So for the dry ingredients, you're gonna grab a bowl, and you are going to put 2½ cups of almond flour in there. You're gonna put a ½ teaspoon of salt, pink Himalayan salt preferably, or sea salt. So use those healthy salts. Don't use regular table salt. Get rid of that stuff. It's no good for you. Get some sea salt, get some pink Himalayan salt. The pink Himalayan salt has 84 minerals in it, you guys. So get those things. Your body craves those nutrients. And so we've got 2½ cups of almond flour, ½ teaspoon of pink salt, and then we've got a ½ teaspoon of baking soda, and then we've got a 1/3 cup of sugar granular replacement, your favorite, whatever your favorite is. And then we've also got a 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. So baking soda and baking powder both went into here. For the wet ingredients, you've got strawberries. You've got like a ½ cup of strawberries. Do a 3/4 cup of strawberries if you want to reserve some for the topping here. And then you've got the ½ cup of strawberries, 3 eggs, a 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of vanilla, and what else did I put in there? I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know what, but there's, oh, and the strawberries, of course. Always forget the strawberries. So again, you can make this with, so you can see how I did that exactly, you guys. You can see how much batter is left over. I put 1 tablespoon, I put 2 tablespoons of batter and a little bit of cream in here. And this is what I'm going to get. And these are going to be fairly large too. These aren't going to be like little bite size. So you can see that's what they look like right there. So that's it. So I've got a scoop of batter. You can see that cream in there a little bit. So the cream is in the middle. So I did batter, cream, batter. And I got a little more strawberries. So just take those strawberries and just 3 to 4 little pieces. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that. I like to put a little extra strawberries on there. So it's totally up to you. So you don't need a lot, like 3 to 4 little pieces. That's it. So if you want to count that out by when you're cutting them up and say I need 48 or however many, I just put 2 or 3 on there. If one of them doesn't get it, that's okay too. So I just like to sprinkle a little extra strawberries, get a little extra sweetness in there. Hey Jeff Smith, how are you doing? Hey Jason Isles. I'm making some strawberry cream muffins tonight. So super duper easy. I'm going to go over that. I'm going to scoop all of this batter out too, because we got to get all that goodness out of there. We can't leave that in the bowl. If you're just tuning in, I made strawberry cream muffins. You got almond flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, sugar replacement. You've got strawberries. You've got heavy whipping cream, 3 eggs, vanilla. I got to get another. I keep throwing my damn spoons away. Got some more spoons. So we'll just, I'm just going to look and just eyeball it. So whatever one looks shy, then get that batter in the cups. Use all of your stuff in the bowl. Don't waste it. Hey Anya, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I'm making strawberry cream muffins, almond flour, baking powder, baking soda, sugar replacement, eggs, vanilla, cream cheese. And there it is. So some of them didn't get some strawberries, but that's okay. So we're gonna pop them in the oven. They're gonna bake for 20 to 25 minutes at 350. I gotta let these damn dogs out before they drive me cray-cray. All right, there we go. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. So when they come out of the oven, I will take pictures of them and then I'll put the recipe up above this video on my page tonight. But that's all I got. Hey Desiree, how are you doing? Nice to see you. The recipe will be posted tonight after the muffins are baked. I will put it with the recipe tonight. So I've already got it done and written out and everything, all that good stuff. So it will be posted tonight. Well, it's 8 o'clock. So tonight, probably in the next 45 minutes or so. So that's all I got for you. So strawberry cream muffins. So I hope you guys try this one because this one is really good. I've made this before. It's super duper delicious. And that's all I got for you. Hey, Brandy Promer, how are you doing? I'm just getting off here. I just made some strawberry cream muffins. They're in the oven right now, so I'll take a picture when they're done. These are a fat muffin. So these are not low fat, low calorie. The only thing they are is low carb. So they're 2 carbs per muffin, and they're plenty of fat. So you only need one. You need one. But if you eat 2, that's your business. But that's all I got for you tonight. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll take a picture as soon as that's done. Have a good Monday night, you guys. Bye.